Who ever seen Hansel and Gretel? Hansel and Gretel, well, the witch hunter, in the latest one, they became sick because they ate the food that the witches were supplying. Now, the GPO is the place where the Witches Covenant, the IRB, and Masonic affiliates broke up the British Empire by having the Ishtar Rising. The Tuatha De Danann, the Danann Apartheid Republic, was created by basically witchcraft. A blood sacrifice, a human sacrifice. That's where they feed all the homeless as well. I've noticed that I'm much healthier and feeling a lot better since I stopped eating the homeless food and was able to cook for my own self. I don't let anybody else feed me, I feed myself. And I'm finding that it's much better and beneficial for me. And I'm hypothesizing that it's probably the same for everybody else. Because if you look at it this way, they're handing out a lot of clothes and all around these places. People have died and left them clothes from dysentery and all. But what people have forgotten is that disease is a spirit. Death is a spirit. Death didn't always exist. Death didn't always exist in this world. Don't think it did. It's not a natural process for you to be worn out. It's all down to a form of witchcraft. The power given over unto the power of Satan. When the first death happened, it was a murder. So that's when all death followed after that. People died over a murder. Cain rose up against his brother Abel. Abel, I must presume, was a slave. That's why they call him able-bodied. He made a gujjara. You can identify this exact gujjara, which is a pyramid, a brick pyramid. He killed his brother with a rock, with a brick or something like that, yeah? And the place was called the temple, the source of sweet water. Sweet water is because the story of Gilgamesh is he went to see the woman. And prior to the temple of Enki, it's called the temple of Enki, being built, there was a woman in it. And the only woman that would be Lilith. Because there was no woman prior to Cain or Abel, except Lilith, who was Adam's first wife, who may have assumed the role as some sort of a goddess or something. And then she was the one that gave, as far as I can make out, she was the one that gave Cain Gilgamesh the advice of how to live more than 500 years, because that's all he was going to live. He was furious over that. That's the story of Gilgamesh. People don't think that Gilgamesh could be Enki or one and the same, because modern academia, well, we all should know by now that everything they're telling us is fucking lies. Modern academia doesn't accept the fact that a human being can live more than 100 years. At that point in time, they did. There was no idolatry on the earth. There was nothing stealing our vapor. There was nothing above us. What they called Satan hadn't risen up, hadn't went up to his lays, and Lilith hadn't gone up either. Continual weeping in the going up of Lilith, it says in the Bible. And basically eating the food and taking the clothes of dead people. You see, the way witchcraft works is you have to consent. This is what happens when I talk to my family, yeah? When I meet my brother and my sister and all, we have their head on all sorts of tablets and all sorts of fucking junk, fucking smack, crack, you name it. So I go home to where I live and I sit down with the people where we used to live that are in my family's life. My family are junkies and all, a lot of them, not all of them, a few of them. And then there's a lot of drug addicts and deaths in the families because of drugs. I go up and I talk to them. If they're not off the head on crack, they're off the head on gear or something. And you be talking to them and you be, yeah. That's about how biggest our vocabulary goes. Oh, I hear you, yeah, I know, yeah. Many a time I had to pick my brother up off the ground when he was dying, nearly dead, abscesses, injecting fucking diseases from whatever he was in, making himself a human sacrifice, sticking needles in his arms. A blood sacrifice to it, the spirit of addiction. So some people think I'm stuck up, but I don't talk to junkies. Not because I think I'm better than them, because the topic of conversation is not the topic of conversation that I'm supposed to be having. I'm a man of the faith, and my words are supposed to be few, and I'm supposed to guard them, and I'm not supposed to get indulge in idle gossip. So I try and keep myself to myself, but they don't like it. So basically, waffle. That's what they love about a waffle. So if I'm a witch, all witchcraft is by consent. You don't realise you're consenting because you haven't got a proper education, and the witches never educated you in their craft. So you're basically a victim. So this is how it goes. Someone walks in and says something to you, and you're going, yeah, I hear you, yeah. You're just agreed. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Whatever they said to you, whatever they do, the hocus pocus. Because sometimes they'll say to you, you'll think someone's saying to you, of course. They're going, course. And then you'll start going, yeah. Just accepted a course, whatever it is. Yeah? That's what you're doing. Yeah? So your words are not guarded because you're hanging it off your box like that. Yeah. Or off your head and tablets all aggressive and all. It's all one and the same. It's alchemy. This country is one of the wealthiest countries in the world because of alchemy. Alchemy is pharmaceutical products. If we were having a proper education and we were in our right minds, none of us would need any pharmaceuticals, wouldn't need anything. There wouldn't be any sickness, there wouldn't be any fucking evil shit. Death is not natural. That's why everyone gets resurrected. They tricked us into thinking we die. We never die. Your soul, you're always awake. You're always somewhere. The souls of the dead rest until the judgment, until the resurrection. That's when you get resurrected. That's why you're never dead. You're just not in this plane of existence. That's all. And then at some point in the future, you're going to get resurrected, and you're going to be weighed and measured on Ofsky. So basically you have a choice, and you haven't got much time left. By all accounts, not much time at all. In the grand scheme of things, you have but a fucking heartbeat, not even that. Drugs, cooking for you, taking all these food off these people. You don't know if they're down on witches. They admit that they're witches, they know they're witches, they tell you they're witches, read about them, know your history. Go, what's that fucking idiot on about? You're actually talking about, call him up, we will. Oh, shit like that. Because you're trying to educate people, they want to slice you up. You're getting predated upon by witches. And alchemy is pharmaceutical drugs, and they do you no good whatsoever. Just the way it goes.